Good morning, everybody, and or afternoon, and or evening, and or whatever time it is, wherever you is. How is everybody's weekend going? Are we being productive? Are we getting things done? Are we not? Let me know. Yes, Raja, I'm talking to the people. Are you going to come hang out? They would love to see you, I'm sure. I don't know why you have to step on the laptop to do that, but okay. Yeah. See, look, your friends are here. Let's say hi to our friends. Who's all here? Hello, Mars. Hello, SD. Hello, Alice. Hello, Randy. Hello, Andrea. And Maria. And Tennille. And Sarah. Gotten so much done. It's been a great weekend. We love that. Hello, Cat Paw. Mars says hi, Raja. I know you can't read. Hello, Michael. Working on the to-do list. I also need to do some to-do listy thingies. I've not been very productive this weekend. I was live for 8 hours yesterday, but I didn't do anything. I doom scrolled and watched YouTube videos. And then the rest of the weekend we've spent on the couch watching TV. And at 3 o'clock this morning, I finished my rewatch of Grimm. So now we have to find something new to watch. Huh, Raji? What are we going to watch next? You want something with kitty cats in it? Yeah. Hello, Wendy. She's a very loving kitty cat. She loves to love. Hello, Carla. You're a good kitty cat. Yeah. Hello. Wendy's also gotten a lot done. That's excellent. Jacqueline got my 2 chapters. Goal done for the weekend. Excellent. Can I help you? Yay for Graham. Honestly, that's probably the 3rd time I've watched it all the way through in less than a year. Because I know I watched it back to back last year. I don't remember when last year, but I know in 2024, I watched it the whole thing through for the first time in a couple of years and was like, I'm not ready to let these characters go yet. And so I just started watching it again and I watched the whole thing through again. Yeah. I have not been reading planned. I have not been reading planned to, but then chose not to. I don't know what you're trying to tell me, Maria, but sure. Gremlin stood on my forehead and sniffed at my face until I got up to feed her. That sounds like a very Grimmy thing to do. That just sounds like Gremlin. Hello, cool gamer. My Mr. Odins will be a little pissy because I have to clean the bathroom today and he doesn't like it when he can't play in the rain room. Yeah. This one is also a rain room friend. Merlin, wherever she is, she's probably sleeping still. If I leave the bathroom door open when I shower, she'll come in the shower with me. Like she'll stand at the back of the shower. And I'm just like, you are the weirdest cat I've ever met in my life. Wanted to read, but did not. Got it. Met the word count goal for the past 2 days, and now I'm on chapter 22 and want to get to 25. I mean, you do still have 2 more streams after this. We still have Shannon and Natalie after this. So in theory, you could get maybe not all the way there, but closer to. I'm not sure if she'd be like this anyway, or if naming her gremlin was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Boy, does she live up to her name. I mean, she just is a very personality-full cat, you know? They do that. They are full of personality. And we love that. Chloe, meanwhile, is always perfectly polite and waits on the nightstand until it's time to get up for the day. Yeah, I don't have that. This one usually is curled up next to my head or has weaseled her way into my arms so that I'm hugging her in my sleep. I wake up a lot of times hugging this cat as if she were a stuffed animal, and that's not where she was when I went to sleep. Yeah. So Julie says, hello. Not your Aunt Julie, just regular Julie. Sorry, Julie, you're just regular Julie. The bird's having a conversation. I was seeing what she was talking about. Did you hear what she said? You heard somebody talking, didn't you? It was the bird. It's okay. No worries. It's okay. I'll hand to other cats. Yeah, anytime I'm online with Julie and Amber, Raja will come in and like just sit and stare at Julie, and then Jasmine, which is Julie's cat, who looks like Raja, which is why I named her Raja, because she looks like Jasmine, will sit there, and she's just very polite and just, just a perfect little angel. And then there's this. You're not a perfect angel. Sorry. No, you're a brat. You are a brat. Anything. I am not prepared to be here and live for an hour because I suck at life. So, anything topic-wise you guys would like to discuss today? I'm kind of out of the game. I don't know anything that's going on anywhere with anyone. So, I'm not super helpful at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm just here because I was asked to be here. So, here I am. Ta-da! Am I currently reading anything? That is a loaded question. So yesterday I realized that I am currently in the middle of 6 books, I think. I have I've finished 3 books this year. Not doing great. And right now I have started Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn because I was doing the tandem read and then decided not to do it tandem and just to read one and then read the other. But I've started both. I am still reading Dreams Lie Beneath, which I was buddy reading with you and Zainab and Madison. So there's that. I'm still only 8 chapters in or wherever I was forever ago. And then I started A Killing Cold by K. Alice Marshall. I think I'm 2 chapters into that. I read the first paragraph of this yesterday. This is for book club on Wednesday, so I need to read it. And I also started my reread of Wind Witch. So I am legitimately sitting here with 6 books open and not making any progress on any of them. So I did finish A Fate Inked in Blood last week. I read the whole thing in a week, which is a miracle. So Oh, let me hop down here. Someone posted a link to all our writer YouTube sprint videos, but I didn't save the link. Okay. I can find that. I know where that is. Hello, Raja. You are making a mess out of my life. Can you chillax, my dude? Let me see here. Where doth that be? You can tell it's been a while since I've actually looked. I don't think that's it. Listen, I know it exists somewhere. Ha. Ha. There you go. It took me a while, but I got there. Okay, where were we at? Here we go. My sister has an adopted 3-legged senior tuxedo cat. He likes to throw himself on the floor in front of you or where you're walking, so you absolutely have to pet him. Absolutely. I have like this weird hair that's just gonna roll like that today, I guess. Hi. I know I pet you and then I stopped. How rude. Eventually there will be a reading mood, but you know, it is what it is. I got to thinking if I read 2 books a month, then I can read my goal of 25 books this year. Absolutely. My original goal for the year was 104, because that's typically my goal every year. Because that is about, I typically read between like 80 and 140. So 104 is like a good little goal to have. But once I hit like the 3rd week of January and I had only read 1 book and I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those years. I like immediately bumped it down to 52. I'm probably not going to hit 52 either if it continues going the way it's going. So, which is fine, but I just got to figure out what my brain's doing. Hoping to finish my reread of Iron Widow today so I can get to Heavenly Tyrant before the end of the month. You've got like 5 days, so you're good to go. Yes, absolutely. There's also a I can share this one also. This one is created over on BookTube, but they do put reading and writing and any reading, writing, and productivity sprints. So if you're not wanting specifically writing stuff, if you want sprints and are okay with like writing during reading sprints or just regular productivity sprints, then you can check those out also. Notice those are the ones that are more readily available to me. It took me way less time to find those. I was a big reader when I was young and then couldn't read for over a decade for health reasons. When some things got figured out, got back to reading, but it is slower and has pauses for health and life stress. I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened mid-December, but my brain was just like, reading. You don't need it. And I don't know. But I also, after this hour is over, I'm taking like a nice little hiatus from the YouTube anyway, because I just don't have like no creative energy to put into YouTube at all. Don't know why. Don't know where it's gone. It's been not there for a while, but sometimes you just gotta like take a break and see what happens. So I'm gonna take a break and see what happens. Slowly giving up on everything, I think, is what's happening. Because I didn't write at all last year, and now I'm not reading. And have I picked up other hobbies, Raj? Sleep? I think I've picked up sleep. It's fine. You're very welcome. My oldest couldn't track the line when he was reading and refused to use a bookmark or something to isolate the line. When he was in 6th grade, he grew into his eyes and became a voracious reader. As an adult, he still is. I don't know. I don't know if I can't focus on audiobooks, or if, I know it's not that I'm not reading anything I enjoy, because I'm like rereading some of my favorite books also. So it's fine. Yes, some things move in phases. I don't know what the new thing is. I imagine a new thing will come in, but sometimes you decide when to take a break, and sometimes your body decides for you. It is absolutely true. So true. I think for the most part, when it comes to like a specific thing, I choose to take the break. But when it comes to just a break of everything, that would be the body's decision. It likes to do that sometimes, which is funny because it's not like I'm a single lady with 2 cats and 2 dogs. It's not like there's anything all that stressful going on. I don't know. His younger brother needed to listen to the audiobook as he read the print for the longest time to process everything. Some people are like that. And I am like that sometimes with like bigger fantasy books that are more like involved. I can prefer to read that way. I can take it in better hearing it than reading it. But our brains are weird, and they all process things differently. I find audiobooks hit and miss. I like duet or full cast, but have a male narrator do female character puts me off. But that's just me. I don't necessarily like if it's multiple people. This is one of those things where it's like if you have like 6 points of view and each point of view is read by a different person, that doesn't bother me. But I don't like full cast audios or like graphic audios where people are like reading their own lines and like they're doing like the background noises and stuff. That's too much for me. I can't do that. I get too distracted and I can't focus. So the world around us is creating stress. I cracked a tooth in my sleep from clenching so hard because of that. Last time it happened was during lockdowns. Okay. We do live in the US and everything is stressful, but like, I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't live in the outside world. I live here in this room. Hello, Swank. Happy Banana Bread Day to you as well. Oh, hello. Look at that. Double kitty cat. What are you doing, Merlin? Do you want to come over? Do you realize Raja's in your spot? You can still come over. Your sister is scared of you. What do you do to her when I'm not around? I wish you could see just how like Raja's tail is doing this thing. She's like, I don't do anything. I have lots of cats. 2 is a lot. A quote on a Tumblr post I saw the other day. The world is falling apart and I have to decide what to make for dinner. That is true. That is so very true. Merlin. Mars says hi. Did you come say hi to her? Nope. Okay. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there you are. Well, where are you going? I don't know where she's going. Just go to death stare Raja until she moves. Never. She will never move. She will lay here until I make her move. They are oddballs, and we loved them. We do. We love them. We just got babies. You're flipping me with your tail. How rude. Flippity flippity. Oh, hello. Goodbye. My arm is free. Freedom. At last. I can move again. I like it when I can move again. I can do this. I really was not prepared for today, for this break. For those of you who have been writing, tell me your biggest writing achievement of the weekend so far. If you've had one. If you haven't had one, tell me your biggest writing achievement of the month so far. Because I don't have one of those either, but I did write this month, like, I don't know, 100 or 200 words. Just saying. What are my odds of reading 4 physical books in 4.5 days? Well, it depends on how big the books are. If they're Dr. Seuss length, very good. If they're War and Peace length, not great. It's not great. But, I had a few days off being ill and got really behind on my goals. This weekend gave me ample opportunity to catch up. That's good. Having a catch-up weekend is good. Also, catch-up is good. Just saying. What did I write? Rephrase. How much did I write this month? It was a very low number. 142. I wrote 142 words this month. Look at me go. But that's 142 words that I didn't write last year. So, I'm telling you. Shannon got her Kickstarter together and launched on Tuesday. Excellent. Got through a chapter that I've been fighting with for a week. We love that. Sometimes you just need like the weekend of just sitting down and doing the things. I hit 55,000 in my queer sci-fi romance that I started on the 1st. Excellent. Kicking butt. Spent the weekend reading a bunch of the short romance shifter series from a top seller on the Zon to get a sense of pacing and style. Excellent. Also had the first book of my new series rolling. We love that. The smallest is 251, but the biggest is 412. If you have nothing else to do, you could do that. Like that 251 page book, that's like a 4.5 hour book. You could do that. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. You would just have to like focus. Do nothing else. What stopped you from writing more out of curiosity? I don't want to. I think last year, towards the end of 2023, I felt like I was really forcing everything, and I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. Writing for me is fun. It's a hobby. It's not a job, obviously, because if it were, I would write more. But I just was not enjoying it anymore. And so I just decided to take time off until I felt like writing again. And last year in November, I was on a writing retreat with some of my friends, because despite the fact that I don't write, I still go on writing retreats with my friends because I love my friends. But like the first day of the writing retreat, I wrote like 1,000 words and we talked about the story. And it is legitimately not an actual story that I am working on for realsies. It's kind of sort of a fan fiction, not really. I'm writing a sequel to a movie that I like, that Wallace likes, and like kind of fixing all of the things that the movie does wrong, even though we like the movie. So I did like 1,000 words on that during November. And then I just kind of made the goal to spend one day a month this year writing and to work on that project. And I can do more than that if I so choose, but at least one day. And so I did very few words last month as well, like 215 last month, 142 this month. So I've written less than 500 words in 2 months. But with the exception of November, I mean, that's more than I did last year. So I don't know. I'm just slowly going through and deciding, if it's still something that I want to do. So who knows? I may, because I'm not reading, start writing again. I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to the question, but I really don't. This wasn't having fun. So Mars made good progress on draft 2 of my story, did a lot of world building for a silly little indulgent fantasy romance project. I mean, we love that. We love a silly little indulgent fantasy romance project. Nothing else but hitting 70K in my project. Woo! So odds are not looking good. I mean, you're not wrong. I may still be reading Sisters of the Traveling Pants, but already trying to pick my next read. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I already hard DNF'd 1 book and soft DNF 2. I've only finished 6 books this month, and 2 I've put off to another month. So I had high aspirations for the shortest month. Gotta love it. Typically, February is my highest reading month. I do typically read a lot in February. And I don't know if it's because my brain subconsciously is like, this is a shorter month. You got to get everything in. And so I feel like I do tend to read more in February. Not this year. This year is an anomaly. I don't know what's happening this year. I literally, I know when I say I've read 3 books this year and people are like, that's not that big of a deal. And I'm like, but you don't understand. Normally I read 3 books the first week of the year. So this year is absolutely not. I finished, the last book I finished in December was on like the 14th or 15th of December. And since then I have finished 3 books. And one of them was a reread. One of them I read in an afternoon. And the other was a buddy read I did last week. So I'm not like, it is completely just in the realm of abnormality for me right now. I don't know. It's all good. There's a bug flying in here. Got it. Fair enough. Can't relate. Only got back to writing consistently again since the start of this year. Had a couple of years of losing love for writing where I just didn't feel good. Yeah, I just, sometimes you're just not feeling it. And so you don't feel it. It's all good. Hello, Marlin. How is it going? Just chilling reading Finlay Donovan is killing it. Buddy reading it with my mom. November and December were absolute trash for me with regards to writing. I just absolutely lost any motivation and interest in it. Decided to switch gears to something brand new, and that helped. I definitely have had ideas for some of my other books and have thought about moving around a little bit. But I just have other things that I I don't know, I just feel like I'm not ready yet, which is weird, but I don't know. Get there when I'm there. That was me last year. I read about 70 books in 6 months in 2023. Then 2024, I only read 54. And I read 16 so far. I don't know. It really does feel that way sometimes. Like, since I started YouTube, every year has been high. I think like the lowest number I've had since I started BookTube in 2017 was like 50 something. And that was the first year. And then after that, I had a year that was 80. And then after that, every year was like 100 or more. And this year is definitely going to be a low year unless something crazy happens and I just start inhaling books at some point, which I don't see happening. So writing is still a struggle for me right now. In a way, it hasn't been for me in a while, but at least I'm excited for the projects I'm working on. That is good. Being excited for what you're working on is always a good thing. We love that. Good morning, CB. I was in such a reading slump last year, and this year I've already read 10. And for me, that's a lot. That's a lot for anybody. 10's a lot. Oh no, I skipped stuff. Doing the Wrapping My TBR game has actually helped a lot. Where were we? I don't know if Wrapping My TBR would help because I'm not reading things that are on my TBR anyway. It's very scary over there. I've picked up a lot of big books. I have a lot that I'm excited to read. I just already have 6 that I've started that I'm also excited to read. So, I don't understand. But I will say that Julie and Amber also did this. Where Julie wrapped everything but then put it in genres. And so if she was feeling like reading a romance, she would like spin the romance wheel of however many numbers and pick that number and then just pick that book. And that actually helped her and Amber as well pick up more books. So, I'm just saying. I have 11 books left, not including my current read left on my TBR. For the month or just in general? The sequel to Fate Inked Blood comes out soon. Maybe you'll enjoy that too. Yes, I already pre-ordered it. I bought a copy of the first book off of Pango so I could get the first edition with the sprayed edges. It's not fancy or special or anything, but like if I'm going to pre-order the second book, I'm going to have a first edition. It's going to have the sprayed edges. Why not buy one that matches? Also, there's so many of them out there that they're not. It's like typically $2 more to get one with sprayed edges than without. Also, I didn't want a book of the month edition, so whatever. But yes, I ordered Friday, I think. I ordered one of a Fate Inked in Blood and then pre-ordered the second book. So, and the thing is like, it's not a masterpiece. I also, I discussed this yesterday with Margaret and Neva. I have abolished my rating scale for the year. Because I'm reading so little, I'm not reading critically. So like when I read this week, this will probably be rated critically. It will probably use my rating scale because I'm reading this for a book club, and that is like a more in-depth thing that we do is like talk about books critically. So this, yes. Everything else I'm reading, I'm not reading critically. I do plan to still post reviews on Instagram throughout the year until I decide that this YouTube thing is either happening or not happening. but I don't know if I'll post low reviews or just the things I'm enjoying. I haven't decided yet. So it might just be these are the books I'm enjoying. Woo, and then that's it. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's a weird world. I want to get to a point where I can buy a book and read it in the same month. I do that sometimes. It just goes in front of every other book. That shelf is so scary, and I don't even know. I have so many books I have to read physically, and maybe that's part of why I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I read 204 books in 2024 and set a 200 book goal for 2025. That's a lot, but some people can do that. I know people that read 500 books in a year. Anything can happen, but 200 books is great. I would love to read 200 books in a year. It's not going to be this year. Do you think it has to do with wrapping your TBR? Mullen says yes. I would like to say I did not ignore your message about wrapping your TBR. I just pressed enter on the question at the same time your message came through. It's fine. I was also not reading comments at the time because Nana came in and had questions, and she was pilfering around the house and feeding the bird, and I have so many books in my physical TBR that I own, but I've just been like, nah, all 16 books were Libby or library. I do now own a Fate Inked in Blood, but I didn't. But I listened to the audiobook from Hoopla. So I'm with you. Anything I've read this year? My reread was Truth Witch, so obviously I own that because I own 10 copies. I got a new copy last month. Actually, I got the German edition. I think Sue sent me the German edition last month. I think that's what it is. Anywho, so technically I did receive and read a book in the same month. I didn't read the German edition, but I did read Truth Witch and receive Truth Witch last month. So, but then the other book I read was What the Wife Knew by Darby Kane, which I did not own and was a buddy read, group read book for B&K Book Club. So it's fine. It's totally fine. I have 10 books on my official March TBR, but I also have The Bands of Mourning waiting for me at the library. In general. Okay, good, because there's only 5 days left in the month, and that would be a little much. What kind of mind drink are you drinking for me to get to this read count? Please call in. Give us a call. Let us know. Decided to just give up on the recommended Cosmo reading order. I was going to stick to I'll read whatever I want, whenever I want. And if it spoils the other series or books, then who cares? That's also fair. I have a list. I have a reading order somewhere. I wish you guys could see my desk. Actually, I'm glad that you can't. It helps if you take the thing off of it. That do help. I do have a recommended reading order. I do need to read Warbreaker, which is the next one that I have. I already own Warbreaker. And then I'm going to do the second era of Mistborn. Because I wanted to take a break between the first era and the second era. Because they're so different. And I wanted to take a break between the two. That was highly recommended. And then I will read the Stormlight Archives, I suppose. I think that's when will I get there? Never. But I have a list. That's why I did the challenge, because same. That's so many books I owned for literal years. Yeah. When I made goals for the year, I definitely set myself up to read more of my backlist books, but as I'm not reading, it doesn't really matter. Going through my old paperbacks right now, clearing my shelf and deciding which to keep. Also fair. When I was wrapping, I got rid of anything I wasn't excited to unwrap. That also is a big help. I think I did such a good cull of books for like 2021, 2022, 2023, somewhere in there. I had 2 years where I really did like, I unhauled hundreds of books by doing like try chapters and just DNFing out of nowhere, and got rid of a lot of the stuff that I bought early on in my booktube journey, because, you know, you see people reading things and you buy it regardless of whether or not it's actually something that would be your style. And I did a really good job of getting down a lot of things. I think I have a couple of books left from like prior to 2021. I have a list somewhere. Physical TBR. I have one book from 2017. Yep. One book from 2017 and like 10 from 2018, but they're all the same series. There's a couple of other things in there, but for the most part, those are the same series. 4 from 2019, 3 from 2020, 1 from 2021, which is Dreams Lie Beneath, which I'm currently reading. So a lot from 23 and 24. But yeah, so like prior to 23, there's like 25 or 26, not that many. And most of them are 10 books in a series. So, and a lot of the others are books or series that I've started and haven't finished, or are books by authors that I already know I like. So I'll get there eventually. I would like to write one book in a year. Same. Are you okay? You seen the cat. Got it. Would like to write again. Revisions have me tired. I've been listening to the Mercy Thompson series in the car during my commute and reading a lot of comp titles as I'm launching my romance pending. I think I need to attack my physical TBR soon. I think I'm up to book 2 on the Mercy Thompson series, which is not far, I understand. But I am enjoying it a lot. I started that one last year during where I did a trying paranormal romance books, and also the Chloe Neal vampire one. What is that book? The first book is Some Girls Bite. I don't remember the name of the series. Chicagoland Vampires. I don't remember it, and then it comes to me immediately. But I did enjoy both of those, and I do plan to continue on in those. I don't own any of those physically, though, so. I'm determined to read Dan Brown's Inferno this year at some point, and then I'll have gotten through everything I've owned physically prior to the start of 2020. Damn. My only 2023 acquirement that's left on my March is on my March TBR. That's insane. You're crushing it. Absolutely an achievement. Crushing it. Mostly nonfiction about the transcendental movement. Not me. We're here for you, Wendy. Feel that way when I'm in revisions, but at the moment, I long for that stage. Also true. Lots of love for everybody. Monthly TBRs are not for me. Understandable if it works for others. I make a list of TBR. Like mine are sectioned out by like group reads or buddy reads, things that I know I'm going to read that month for sure. And then like other things that I would like to get in during that month, but maybe not. New releases, arcs I want to get to. Like I have 4 categories of TBR, but I'm not reading, so it doesn't matter. Danny! It has been a minute since I have seen my face and your face on the same screen at the same time. I am fantastic currently. I hope you are also doing the well. I'll make a TBR list and then my mood changes and I end up reading something else anyway, which is also fair. Some people are just mood readers for sure. I used to not do a TBR at all. Other than like books I knew I had to read, like this I know I have to read this month because it's for book club. You know what I mean? Outside of that, really my TBR is more to just remind me of the things that I need to read to be caught up with everybody else. After that, who cares? Stormlight Archives will be the last Cosmere books I read. They scare me so bad. What do you mean those books are over 1,000 pages each? Yeah. Have you read The Sunlit Man yet? That was the was one of the project books. Because I will say that that does follow a character from the Stormlight Archives. And I'm not going to say that it will spoil anything because I don't know if it does. But what I have heard from readers is that if you haven't read Stormlight Archives, then the Sunlit Man won't make as much sense and you probably won't enjoy it as much. So I am holding that one off until I read Stormlight Archives, but otherwise I don't really care. So I have never made a TBR. Maybe I should. I mean, you could try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. I'm torn because I want to finish this book, but also this is probably weird, but I want to read everything I have checked in Kindle Unlimited so I can cancel it. That's a lot. I don't have KU, so probably just cancel it, but I can't get KU books at the library. Also true. Started a practice of only downloading a new KU book if I return one. It's helping me a lot. Maybe I could, if I asked them to order a physical one. Also true. You could do that. I mean, also, I don't know the full logistics of it. So I could be wrong. But I know that if you have Libro FM, which is kind of like Audible, but the money goes towards an indie of your choice, an independent bookstore of your choice. They also now are doing ebooks. I don't know what's available there versus KU, because I know a lot of KU books have to be KU only. But it is an option if you're wanting to stop giving money to our overlord, Jeff Bezos. There are options out there, and there are other places that you can buy ebooks too. But if you want to buy ebooks and give money to an indie of your choice, Libro FM does do that now. So just finished book 6, debating about book 7. We'll probably read that, but now the other series are being referenced, and I don't want to go there. Also fair. Read the first 3 Mercy Thompson books last year and then took a pause for reasons. I have a friend in town who has read the series and is encouraging me to continue after a break. Yeah, I'm excited to read them. I am enjoying them. Doing well, figuring out the new job and trying to balance that with my BookTube life. I'm not balancing anything with my BookTube life. I am currently walking away, but I'll still be around. I'll still be in sprints and things if I so choose to be. But I'm just walking away from content creation for a little while. I need a breather. If I relied on my mood to tell me what to read, I'd be so indecisive that I'd read nothing at all. Vlog plans, book clubs, and my TBR game give me options, but make the deciding more manageable. That's could also be my problem right now, considering the only thing I'm reading are books for Bloody Reads. Anything's possible. The only Brando Sando I've read is the OG Mistborn trilogy and the first 2 books in Era 2. Okay. Excellent. If you have any questions, I've read more than that. Not a lot more, but more. Bone Cross frustrated me because I was screaming at the book, hello, if it's not a red flag, I don't know what is one. Sort of like the don't go into the house during horror movie situations. Also fair. I have to make a TBR, otherwise I never read what I want to, as I'm at the mercy of my library and holds beholding, for sure. Do you use them for audiobooks? He is our overlord, Jeff Bezos. I mean, him and the other guy, who is currently the purchased ruler of our government. But Jeff Bezos went from selling books online to being our overlord. And, good for him. Sucks for us, but good for him. And exclusivity required to be on. I do think so. So, yes, you can find me on Discord and Instagram and all of the other places. You know how to find me. That's the thing. It's like I'm not leaving the community, not running away forever. I just am not into creating content currently. So You know, I might still be like, it's a weird random Thursday and I want to do some sprints, and I may do them. I don't know. But also, I may not. I just am not feeling creative at the moment. So I'm going to focus on other things, or at least not creative in video content. You know, your ebook can't be available elsewhere, but the physical or audio can't be. I mean, again, he is the overlord. Yeah. I mean, he can choose what to do. He is the devil. But he's only the devil we made him. He has that power because we gave him the money. Let's see. Who is next in this merry-go-round of fun? I said it earlier. I think it's Shannon. If memory serves me correctly. Listen. It is Shannon. If you are not currently in the playlist and you want to continue on, there's a link to Shannon's live. Doing my first reading journal this year, and my monthly page has a planned TBR and a read books list side by side, and I highlight. There can be quite the difference. Yeah, me too. I feel that. Yeah, me. I mean, you know, all of the things. Okay. I think that's it for me today. I hope you all have had a fantastic break where we've discussed weird random things. I hope you have had a fantastic Storytellers Hearth weekend, relay weekend so far. You got 2 more streams to go, so you have more time to get more things in. I'm going to go have breakfast at noon. I'm going to do breakfast meal prep for the week, I think, is what my next step is going to be. And I may see you guys in the chat. I may not. Who knows? Not me. Until then, bye-bye.